Jeff, go with the theme song. Devin, hit him with the intro.
Welcome back to the Juked podcast. My name's Devin, the only host, and
You forgot fat.
The only fat host.
that's crazy.
The one out of the two fat. Oh,
All right, let's do it again. Sorry, I had to say that.
No, we're going with it. Welcome to the Jesus Juke podcast for the evening of Thursday, whatever day it is, 2025. This is coming out tomorrow morning, fellas. It's past my bedtime. In case you're listening and not watching, join with me. The other three female astronauts who just came down from the Blue Origin
That's crazy.
shuttle.
Devin just got.
Fellas,
done
don't
kissing
open the
her.
door from the inside until Mr. Bezos is ready. We got Jeff Payne Jr. We've got the one on the end, Devin Crass.
That's crazy. You
Jr.
almost said Blake, dude.
Twice.
And now,
Twice.
in case you're wondering why the couch isn't tilted,
What's your name, buddy?
who are you?
What do you do for a living?
I'm actually on the ground right now.
I'm Jonathan. I'm the worship director here at Aurora Baptist Temple,
Or ABT for short.
or ABT.
Oh, if you are listening, it is about 12:30 at night. We just had communion 4 hours ago.
Is it seriously?
No, it's like 8:30.
I was about to say I'd be gone.
But when you got 3 under 3, or 1 under 1, or 1 under 3,
No, he's
or 3 or under,
yeah, three.
or if you're a plumber, 8:30 gets really late.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeff, did your butt crack ever hang out?
dude, I'm a commercial plumber, not a residential plumber.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was all plumbers.
I do big jobs.
You know they're not going to do their job good if their butt's not hanging out.
That's fact.
yeah. If I don't see crack, I'm sending him back.
Egg. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I bet you Jeff Senior's crack.
I'm not allowed to say.
Are the cracks genetic? Does he listen to the podcast?
Yes, he's
Oh,
actually.
we got double crack.
He's talked about how he's seen reels on YouTube already of it. So it's really
Yep.
Oh,
We're doing well.
I have not seen any.
This
reels.
is the fourth. This is the fourth inaugural episode of the Jesus Juke podcast. Jonathan,
Hooray.
how'd you get here? Who are you?
Well, again, I'm Jonathan, and I came from Springfield, so I went to Republic, then through Billings, then Marionville to get to Aurora.
Then you got here and you.
Do you live next to a zoo?
No.
Smell like one.
I was
Look like a monkey. You smell like one too.
That's-
Got him.
That might be Devin, so
monkey.
smell like one.
I'll tell you what.
No, I went home to put deodorant on. Thank you.
My shirt smells. I was crushing some garlic to blend it up to make some minced garlic for my homemade curry. You've had it.
It's pretty fire.
It's pretty fire,
That sounds horrible.
dude. Well, it's because it's got veggies in it. You don't like veggies.
I don't like veggies.
We could tell.
Yeah, Blake Jr.
Fatty.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm in the 210s now.
No one asked, skinny boy.
I told Christine that, but I said 110s, and she was like, "I don't think you are."
Where are you at, Devin?
220.
Dang.
I weigh less than you.
I've been 220. Every time
I've
you
been shrinking.
every time you ask me, Devin, what much you weigh?
Oh,
220.
it's been my goal. You know how
Just to
like,
beat Devin. Well, I guess that's true. It's easy to beat Blake.
At least he's first.
in line at the buffet.
Run around. Poor Blake.
Not even here.
Not
He's
even
getting
here.
made fun of.
Not even here to defend himself.
I have noticed.
Why we call him Blake Warm?
I have noticed. We hardly pick on Jeff.
I'm not fat.
It speaks for itself.
I'm not
I mean-
fat.
That's crazy. What do we say? Sunglasses?
I'm outside all the time working.
I'm inside all the time working. What's your point, bud?
why
My
I got-
crack stays in.
That's why I
also.
got the sunglass tan line. Oh, I wear a belt, so that never happens.
I don't believe him. I feel like crack is out.
Yeah,
At least 10% of the time.
It has to be.
yeah. Like beware.
At some point when he bends over, there's a little slip.
I do a lot of overhead work, so it's not. as
Oh, so
much
we
as
get
you
we get
think.
like tummy hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had a tummy.
He's a tummy hanging out plumber, not a crack hanging out plumber.
I don't know which one I trust more. I've never had a tummy hanging out plumber.
I've never been in a
Well, I
situation
have.
where I need a plumber above me.
No, me neither. But he works on like overhead pipes, right?
I was working at the school at Mission U. I was a maintenance guy. And
It's the snake story again.
it's not a snake story, but the guy who showed me the snake story, or the guy who like accidentally weeded the snake and put it in a bucket, he listens to the podcast,
Oh god.
and he was listening and he thought it was so funny.
That is cool.
Well, I hope he found it funny. I don't even know if he remembers showing me the snake, but he's his name's Dawson. He's a missionary to South Africa.
It's a social.
What is social?
Key security.
Like number?
Yeah.
Like 12. Not as high as me, but he was at Graceway's missions conference, I believe, this year.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't there. You were here.
Oh yeah.
Great guy.
Jonathan?
No, Lord,
I'm
no.
about to say, who are you talking about?
He's a barely not a good guy, barely a guy. You.
Devin's over there.
Let's pick on Jeff some more.
John,
Yeah, we got to.
don't worry. You're the best worship pastor we've had since,
Oh, I know.
I don't know.
I know.
Since I don't know. How many?
Can you guys go from straight or like from smiling and laughing to serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you laugh without smiling?
Mm-hmm.
You got to open mouth laugh.
I don't open my mouth when I laugh.
You never say
But
ha,
you
ha,
do to
ha.
breathe.
Can't even suck in.
When I was in junior high, I tried to teach myself that skill of like being able to go deadpan at a moment's notice and not smile. And the way I did it was by biting my tongue and like essentially training myself not to smile. And I'd make my tongue bleed from like biting it so I wouldn't laugh so hard. I think it works.
You were very sad as a child. That's crazy.
Well, have I told you about the time? So, for the audio listeners, I have big lips.
Fat. PHATTT.
PHATTT.
Lips.
Lips.
Like natural Botox.
Yeah. But in first grade, I was getting made fun of because my lips have never. I grew into my lips. They've always been the same size.
That's so embarrassing. Dude,
So,
that's
It weighed the most when
he
he
looks
was
like
born.
I like fell forward all the time as a kid because my lips were too heavy.
Can't
He got off that
confirm.
spaceship and kissed the ground when he got up.
when he opened the door first.
Who's the one monster from Monsters Inc. after he gets his mouth like suctioned?
Oh, wait.
Randall's like sidekick
Oh, the guy with the
with the glasses.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
whatever.
Looks
I
like
can't
me.
remember his name.
Yeah,
Devin.
it looks like me.
I don't even have glasses. Four
But,
eyes.
So in first grade, a bunch of kids were like making fun of me for having big lips, and I can't blame them.
Unfortunately, I
So
probably
I took a
too.
pair of scissors and I tried to cut my lips off, and I sliced my lips so bad, and I started bleeding all over my desk. And I go to the nurse.
Cool.
Did you
Is
end
Is
up
that what they
watching?
call trauma dumping? Is that what the Gen Z kids call trauma dumping?
I don't know what that
I don't
is.
know.
Yes. Did you ever watch that VeggieTales about the silly song with Larry where he loves his lips? You just got nothing out of that?
I don't know if I've actually ever seen a full episode of VeggieTales.
I shaved my head once bald.
Dang.
I bet.
No one cares you shaved your head.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to imagine. You probably looked like Uncle Fester.
I mean, I'm all forehead.
You got a 5 head.
Yeah.
I've got a
I,
receding hairline.
I take two hands. You know that news anchor guy? The only one with a giant forehead.
You think we watch the news?
I watch the news.
Thank you.
KY3.
No,
That's the only news I watch.
no, I can't. I think he might have been a Kentucky one.
I've
You're
stopped. I stopped
watching the
watching
Kentucky news?
That's where I'm from.
So you're in Missouri.
I haven't. No, this was way back when.
So then now my question is, why do you think we would have seen that?
He's on
Because
TikTok.
we're from Missouri.
I'm on TikTok.
No, the big forehead guy's on TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Because you're old.
Yeah. Guys, can you believe Jonathan's only a year younger than me?
I have more gray hair than him though.
You kind of look like a caveman.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should have got it cut before Easter, but
it's too late now.
I am. I'm going Saturday.
If only you knew a hairstylist.
well, she doesn't cut men's hair.
It's a joke because his wife's a hairstylist.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. First topic today, boys.
I had a whole story about working at the college, but I completely forgot what that was about. Oh,
No, you already said it, I thought.
did I?
Yeah,
about how
working-
some pipes broke under the girls.
Oh, no, because
no.
you changed the subject
Yes.
to Dawson or
Yeah.
whatever.
But no, some plumbing broke under like the girls, like plumbing out. So poop and pee and fun stuff.
You had to fix that?
I didn't, thankfully, as it was like 2 months before my time.
Good.
But like security, or not security, like maintenance had to go in with like rubber boots and wade through a basement full of fecal matter.
I would have worn a hazmat suit.
It's because we were talking about like overhead plumbers versus
Belly plumbers and
belly
butt
versus crack plumbers.
Yeah.
But wow, you guys are all staring at me like you.
Oh,
like
I
I'm.
thought this,
Like you're telling a story?
Yeah, I thought this
Like
was
you know
going
what I'm
somewhere.
supposed
What are we not supposed to look at you?
Just
Okay.
please stage fright. Close your eyes. But no, do you guys remember that deep freeze that happened in 2020 or 2021,
What?
where it was like
Yes.
negative 20,
Uh-huh.
negative 30 here?
No, I don't remember that.
Guess I don't remember that either.
I'm trying to think if it was right before COVID or.
Well, if it was 2021, then it was after.
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember.
I still had to work.
Yeah, I was working maintenance at this point. It had to be 21 because I was working maintenance, and it froze. It was like negative 30. We had to take all the library at the Bible college,
Library?
the library.
Your lips too big, can't do the R.
Jonathan,
Prairie.
you're the neutral one. How did I pronounce it?
I was gonna say, Devin, you look like a chipmunk when you smile.
Actually, I'm okay with that. Blake's Theodore. You're Simon, and I'm Alvin. That's fine. Because you're the only one with, 4 eyes.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Who's the man? I'll be the man.
We got Dave.
Dave,
Dave.
you're the bald guy.
Yeah, really.
What was his name?
I don't even wear glasses.
Yeah, well. Let's the point. Ian.
Ian.
Who's your favorite? Like animated rodent?
Ratatouille. I don't remember his name.
I think I gotta go with that too.
It's the rat. What's his name?
Remy.
Mine's Chip and Dale.
No, I thought Remy
I
was
was
the
gonna
cook.
say I like them too.
Like the cook in the book, the ghost.
No, that was
Blake.
that's Gusto.
I'm sorry, Blake.
We can't release any of this.
Yes, we can, dude.
Just restart.
No.
Yeah, let's scrap the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But could you imagine?
I think Remy was my favorite.
I think my least favorite's got to be Stuart Little.
Oh, for sure.
Could you imagine?
Stuart Little.
He's the little
Little mouse.
Little
Mouse,
rat.
Yeah.
Is with the car?
yeah.
That's stupid.
Could you imagine? So like Stuart
Or
Little.
Paddington.
Stuart Little.
No, he's a bear.
You don't like Paddington?
Paddington's a bit.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a
Not a-
bear. I figured that out already. Thank you.
But Stuart Little, the origin of it, it's like he lives in a adoption house,
Mm-hmm.
foster home.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine being one of those kids in the foster home, and a couple comes in wanting to adopt, and they adopt a mouse instead of you?
Devin,
how would you
Devin lived
feel?
that.
Yeah, dude, so many times.
That two human couples would rather adopt a mouse than you. And sleep
Honestly,
at night after that.
honestly,
I'd get it.
he had his own car. Yeah. He had a car.
Mouse is cheaper too.
If you're a mouse and you're looking for a nice home, Devin's got a snake.
Yep, I do have one of those. Yep. About that big.
Jeff,
Got to feed him. I forgot.
What's up?
how's it going?
It's go good. Go good. I got a subject for you, Jonathan.
For me?
So what does it feel like for your first Easter here? Like, what are your,
I don't know. We haven't been through it yet.
well, no, like what
No
are
more
your
further questions.
What are your
Yeah.
expectations? Like, are
Wait
you
till the
excited? Are
performance.
you nervous?
I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm prepared. I'm excited about the specials we're doing. I'm excited for the 4 instead of 3 songs we're doing. Thanks for touching my leg like you touched Blake.
No.
But I think
Yeah.
it'll be a good service. I think people will greatly enjoy it.
I agree.
Good. Yeah.
I'm on the
so
fence.
too.
Don't get nervous.
I don't get nervous.
Okay.
Wow, we should have hired this guy 2 years ago.
Truth.
As a worship pastor.
Maybe
I
youth pastor too.
didn't want to do this 2 years ago. To be fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be fair.
Hey, me neither. Especially once I met these
That's
chuckleheads.
crazy. You know what the first thing you said to me was? I think LeBron's better than Michael Jordan.
We covered this last week.
Yeah, but I'm quizzing.
Yeah, I watched the podcast.
He's our most avid listener.
Just quizzing him. How do you?
Hey, Bible quiz.
Oh, ask him.
I'll start off with an easy one, and these are off the top of my head.
Well, you paid $80,000 for this, so
You better know this answer.
I probably won't.
Who was
It's
first,
late.
Moses or Noah?
Moses. I thought of Noah's Ark instantly. The movie.
Oh, with Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell.
Stephen Carroll.
Yep.
Is that your
Moses
final
parted
answer?
the Red Sea.
Good job. Next question.
For me again?
Yeah.
That's not how this works, bud.
That's exactly how this works.
You're embarrassing the pastor's son-in-law.
Who came first?
Jesus.
The chicken or the egg?
Jesus is the right answer.
What did come first?
The chicken. Thanks to Genesis 1.
We know that.
I don't know that.
Enoch.
Mm-hmm.
Or Peter.
Enoch.
Good answer. Does anyone know a fun fact about Enoch? Besides me.
No.
No. Yeah.
One of the only 2 people to not experience an earthly death. He was taken up because he walked so closely with God. I think he's like Adam's grandson. I think he was Adam, then I think Seth, and then Enoch. But I could be wrong.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Romans.
Acts.
Not that we should
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was the last of my questions.
well, I just not that we should think it's part of the Bible, but I always found the Book of Enoch interesting.
Yes.
I have.
Have you guys ever read like
I'm
those
dyslexic.
not like our friends of like the Catholic persuasion call it like the Apocrypha?
No, I haven't read that.
No, I didn't pay.
Well, it's a bunch of
$80,000.
books. It's got like the Maccabees in it.
Yeah.
Has Enoch. It has some other stuff. It's not Bible, but it is an interesting read if you view it as just like history.
Yeah.
And don't take it quite as valuable as the Word of God. But it's it's like Josephus. He's this guy from, not to get all too like in the weeds, but there's time frame called like Second Temple literature, which is where First Temple ransacked, pillaged, they rebuild it. From there until like 70 AD when Rome pillages the Second Temple ish. That has like a whole bunch of like the silent years after Malachi. It's got the whole candle menorah. It's not Passover. What's it called? The other thing besides Kwanzaa and Christmas.
Fasting.
Fast Hanukkah. Like the creation of Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff. And then like to go further, does the book of Jude reference the book of Enoch? Because it talks about like oh goodness, is it Gabriel? Gabriel arguing or no. Satan is trying to argue with Gabriel over Moses's body. And Gabriel doesn't make any sort of judgment or proclamation on his own. Like,
Is that a Bible?
it is a Bible. Who thought we'd ever open a Bible on this Christian podcast?
Crazy.
Okay, but first I want to cover my butt.
Keep talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to cover my butt on why I missed.
I hope it's covered.
It is partially.
So you're not a plumber.
No, I am in HR.
You look
Hey,
like
don't fire me.
I can't. Anywho, to cover my butt.
Sits down all day, doesn't it?
No, I don't.
That's exactly what I said.
Just for
The first
9 hours.
7 hours of my day.
Because I work 9.5. So the last 30 minutes.
Well, yeah, he's got to stand up to put his stuff up.
Yeah.
15 minutes to get there and stand up.
Anywho, before Christian goes on a rant in a second, because I can tell when his lips are.
What about him? Say him.
Do you need to borrow a pair of scissors?
Wow.
Anywho, to cover my butt on my.
It's a big cover.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to talk now. Okay. No, we're talking about Devin's butt and if it's covered or not. And I won't
keep saying
and
it.
I won't talk about your lips. But I will lick it.
Devin's got some pretty big lips too, so
Well, your lips can kiss my butt, you jerk.
Wouldn't be the first
Getting
time.
violent here on the Jesus Juked podcast.
Anywho, before
Hey guys, I found it.
Oh, did
Shut
you?
up.
I'm interested.
before I came to ABT, I did go to a church, but I wasn't like
kicked out.
No, I wasn't kicked out. I was actually to where I was baptized and saved. But I started going to church pre-COVID. And then COVID kind of sucked. And they did like live streams, but my Wi-Fi sucked at home, so I could watch it, but it was like very bad. And I met Lex in my sophomore year. COVID was my freshman year.
Okay.
So I started going to church here. So really, I didn't start learning about the Bible and all of that until towards the end of my sophomore year. And the first year and a half I was here, we were in Acts.
Goodness, is this story still going on?
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
It is
Wow.
gonna go on.
This is to cover because I missed that question you asked.
It's gonna go.
So what I'm understanding is it doesn't matter what age you are, you can come to Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
God.
Jesus.
Praise God.
Anyways,
we into the story. All right, moving on.
All right, so Jude.
okay. Point made.
Hey, let me sum it up. He got baptized in 2020. And then he's been in the book of Acts, and then James, and then John.
Thank you.
Yeah, I said it in less words.
Were you
Why
here
say
for
many
our
words
parking lot
when-
services, Devin?
Nope.
You weren't.
Nope.
Okay. Anyways,
After.
Me neither.
I know you weren't.
Same.
There's a time during COVID where I was one of like 7 people in the Graceway building. It's crazy.
Crazy thing. I'm the
There's a
young,
story about that, but we won't get into that.
I got
the youngest one
baptized
here.
during COVID.
but I've been here the longest.
You don't have to do that. I'm just matching you.
I figured. All right, here we go. I was close. I'm so ashamed that I got this wrong.
Good. You paid a lot of money to know this.
He's doing his thing. He talks before he.
Instead
and then he
of
keeps talking.
I said it was the Archangel Gabriel. It's the Archangel Michael.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shame on me. I got to return that diploma.
This guy's a youth
But yeah,
bastard.
Jude. Chapter 1, obviously.
No.
Hey, how many chapters in Jude?
18.
Subtract 17.
1.
Yep, nailed it. First try. Verse 9. But even the archangel Michael, when he was disputing with the devil about the body of Moses, did not himself dare to condemn him for slander, but said, "The Lord rebuke you," which is what I say to Devin on the daily.
The
But,
Lord rebuke me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. Might as well just say, go see the man in red.
That's what people
But
say
yeah,
to Blake in the drive-through.
I believe that's from the book of First Enoch. I could be wrong, but time to let that Bible gather some more dust.
Yeah. Bro yells at us when we get too biblical.
Isn't it crazy? Like, how many Bibles do you have?
3. Well, 4 if you count my phone.
I have one.
I probably
And
got
my
like
phone.
6. My best friend used to work at Mardell though, and he would just.
Dude, I love
It was
Mardell.
me. I worked
You
at
need a
Mardell.
Bible? You need a Bible?
I have 2. Actually, I think Lexi has 3, so 5. Well, and her phone, 6.
That's not including my wife's Bibles, by the way.
Yeah, I think myself.
50.
2.
You went
52.
you went to mission, so you probably have a bunch.
I've got a bunch.
Nobody counting
I
those
also
little
went
baby Bibles.
I was about to say, then I have a couple more.
I think, and this is off the top of my head, I think I've got 22
100.
distinct, like different Bibles.
Your favorite version?
What's my favorite version? NASB 95.
I was about to say I like the NASB version, to be honest.
I like the NASB 95. I haven't read much of the NASB 20, which is just like the years they were like published. ESV is probably my second.
Yeah.
And then, if I knew like Greek and Hebrew, if I spent another $80,000 to learn Greek and Hebrew, I'd probably say that.
Devin's is the mission.
Message.
The message, yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're the worship
Oh.
pastor. That's crazy.
Director.
Whatever.
Ooh.
I was gonna say something.
I like the NKJV.
Oh,
That's
that,
New King James Version for you. If you didn't know, since you know, you just sing.
Hey, he's just started his journey into debt for Bible college.
For the record, I used to teach middle schoolers, which would be
Smarter
way
than
more
you.
than you.
Yeah, nailed it.
Teach them what, like how to sing.
The Bible.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Jonathan was the Jonathan. Tell us a little bit about that, like your journey
My journey into.
into like the ministry.
Yeah, not the Springfield, the building.
Well, to be honest, it was something that God has just been working on my whole life. And after being under the youth pastor at Graceway and seeing a bunch of people, including you, Christian, that I know, go into the ministry, I was like, you know what? I actually would like to do that. So it slowly became meeting with Graceway's worship director, discipling with him, then met with Bon and discipled under him for a
Bon's
little bit.
cool.
Bon is cool.
Yeah.
Do you've never met him?
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
met him.
have.
He met him Monday.
I met a lot of people. Big Papa.
Oh, did you go to the was there like a
Collective?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I said
Collective, yeah.
last time I called it the Gathering and they made fun of me.
Yeah, well, it's called the Collective.
Yeah.
I'm lame. I don't know who he is.
Bond.
Bon's cool.
You should come.
He's the youth pastor at Graceway.
Question. Which
No questions. And so after that, Bond talked me into, actually the old middle school teacher stepped down, and
Give him a shout out. He listens.
Justin Cunningham stepped down. I actually have been with him through all my years of serving at Graceway.
Yep.
But he stepped down, and I felt the Lord calling me to take that role. And so after discipling under Bond a little bit more about teaching, I stepped into the role and was
Yep.
doing that. And then
No, you got gray hair.
this came available. I had the gray hair when I was.
Then we had
teaching.
so many complaints about Christian
He
singing, and now
actually
you're
has
here.
gray hair.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was just a joke. No, he does.
No, I have gray hair.
That's pretty crazy. Question.
Okay. No
Which-
questions.
That's crazy. Which have you and Jonathan, Big Papa, ever had a sing off?
No, I would lose that.
I just wanted to make sure he was.
I
Strong
listen.
agree.
Yeah, he's
I know
crazy.
where I stand in that.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Like the worship pastor at Graceway, I still remember the first time I've ever heard him sing. And it was, everyone in that moment was like, I think one of our friends was even like, I think we should try to get him to be the next Disney Prince
Was he-
voice.
Was he singing when I went to Graceway for you?
I'm sure he was.
I can't remember.
He had to have been.
When did you go to Graceway?
Because if he wasn't,
I did not see you.
like you talking when I was licensed,
I don't. It was the only time I've been there.
yeah, he had to have been because I was one of like the 3 or 4 people to fill in for him
You were singing. He was singing too.
on stage. Yeah.
You were. Yeah.
I wasn't singing at the time you were licensed.
I swear I saw.
I
it.
thought you were.
Yeah, you had a mic in your hand, bro.
Maybe not. We could always go back and check the film. But you want something
Hit the
fun
replay,
about?
red flag.
You can go back at 2 years. We've done that before. That's fun. I like doing that.
Yeah.
Seeing like how much we've done, improved, and what's declined.
It declined. I think that's a big one for me.
I almost said disimproved, but I realized that ain't right.
Improved.
Yeah, I had to figure that one out. You know what I always get? Like, for some reason, when I'm typing something, I always mess up lose and loss.
Same.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I
100%.
sit there because I'm like, let's say I'm texting you and I'm saying.
You don't text me.
I'm dyslexic, though, so I should.
I am.
I should
You're
point that out.
dyslexic? Dude, so am I.
Wow.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'll be typing like, I can't. It's confidential.
Did the Eagles lose?
I don't know.
Could you spell confidential?
No,
Confidential.
that's pastor spelling.
Didn't. DIDNT? Apostrophe S? No, like, how would I use?
You just
Like, let's
type
say you.
lose.
Let's
Like,
say.
what do you mean?
Let's say you have a.
Are you trying to explain the concept of typing things out to me?
Yeah. Let's say.
Let's say I need to type in
let's say-
lose and I type in loss.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're such a losser.
But it's all right. You know what? Podcast is over. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening, guys.
So what's Watch It Buster?
Oh, we don't have time for that.
What do you mean?
We're 36 minutes.
Sneak
in.
peek of the next.
Anything
week's
you post on
podcast.
YouTube has to be at least about 40.
That's true. You don't get paid. Just
All right.
like TikTok, you gotta have over 1,000 followers.
And then we can get into Devin roasting me. I've been giving him some.
Oh
fuel.
no, we're run. This Watch It Buster's gonna be the last.
We could skip to Watch It Buster, and I can roast you.
No, Watch It Buster's pretty funny. At least it was when I was like 9.
Well, you're like 40 now, so that was
Cool.
what?
You
Good
got
one, so
really
fun.
serious.
So, we were at kids camp when I was in 5th grade. Jonathan was in 4th grade. It's my last year at camp.
Oh, you guys went to school together.
No, we went to church together.
Oh, I didn't know you were in Grace.
Where's this church camp at?
I don't remember.
I was homeschooled in 4th grade.
Oh, I didn't know you were like a long-term Graceway.
Oh, I was born into it.
I didn't know that.
So was that one.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
He just has.
Dang it, he's gonna yawn now.
I just have that glow about me.
You just have Graceway written all over you.
It's that Shekinah glory.
It's that I'm gonna copy ABT kind of thing.
I think you look good, Jonathan. Don't
Thanks.
worry.
I actually do like your shirt.
Yeah, me too. Do
I
they make
touch
it
it?
for men?
It's pretty nice. That's actually hilarious. It feels nice. It feels like something
Just
my
a
wife
real
would
laugh at my
wear.
own shit.
I'm sorry, Jonathan, but that one was funny.
All
Oh God,
right.
he has nothing. He's gonna cry. You want his feelings?
Speaking of feelings getting hot,
You just call me Blake. I'm gonna start crying.
That's great.
Wow.
but we were at camp, and for like the last night, we got like ice cream in a bowl, and I was sitting on my bunk, and Jonathan's cousin was he had a bowl of ice cream too, and he was trying to climb onto somebody else's bed, and he like spilled some of the ice cream on their bed sheets.
Typical.
And Jonathan, little 4th grade Jonathan goes up and he says, "Watch it, Buster." And that triggered something. And his cousin
I feel like that's something your
his
son would
cousin
say.
threw his ice cream on the ground and it splashed everywhere. And he yelled something to the extent of like, "No, I'm not gonna watch it," and storms out of the cabin at like
Got him.
9 o'clock at night.
That's actually pretty funny. Watch it, Buster. I feel like that's something his son would say.
Yes.
That is so funny. That is exactly what he would say.
Man, that just unlocked a bunch of camp stories that we will have to save for another time, fellas. We are getting long here. And it's about time to... And it's about time to send this spaceship back up into space. Wait until the air pressure has leveled out this time before opening the door this time,
So we
Devin.
can see the green screen.
Wait for Mr. Bezos to set up the green screen. You want something crazy? One of my friends who in high school, he's like a spaceship engineer for that company.
Ask him.
Maybe I need to ask him why they faked it.
Yeah, ask him for real.
Like
That's crazy.
We can talk about it on the next podcast.
yeah, seriously.
So guys,
You
it was
sigh.
fake. He came out.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
You want to hit us with the outro? Tell everyone where to find us.
You can find us on Spotify,
Yep.
YouTube,
Yep.
Apple Music,
Apple
Apple
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yep.
Sorry,
I could have done that way better.
and I don't know. the
Put
last
your
one.
tongue back in your mouth.
That's why you
That's
have
what.
AIDS.
That's what.
But it's not here. Where you get? Never mind.
That's my thinking face. Hold on, there's 4, isn't there?
There's 5. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
You already said that.
Oh,
YouTube.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Technically, you can find us on Amazon,
That's 5.
but no one listens on that.
We're on Amazon.
Read the book. It's called The Bible.
Yeah, if you thought this was funny, share with a friend. If you didn't think it was funny, share it with an enemy.
Where it's 40 minutes of their life.
Yeah. If you thought this
I'll
was
send it to you, Blake. You're welcome.
Dude, there's a reason. Big Baller. You know that's his Xbox name.
Yes.
we can't get into this right now, guys. We made fun of him so much today. Blake, this is your warning to never be on the
Never missed.
to never miss the podcast.
He's the only one that's missed that many times.
Yeah, really.
Just stop having responsibilities for real.
Oh, we all have responsibilities. We're all grown men. Blake,
Love you, Blake.
Love you, Blake.
Jeff, would you like to double your word count on this podcast episode before we go?
Double my word count.
He just
He
did.
just did. Good job, Jeff.
And we will see you next week, the after Easter episode of the Jesus Juked podcast. Share with a friend, rate 5 stars. Thank you very much, and we will see you same time, same place on the Jesus Juked podcast.
Come on, Brad. There's your
No.